Your city, your podcast.
To the delight of this crowd, McClendon marches down the dugout steps with first base. McCutcheon's throw. The runner breaks to the plate. Here's the throw. Wow. It is out. The Buccos win it.
That ball's hit well to left center field. Back toward the track. And that ball is gone.
You are listening to the North Shore 9 podcast. Follow them on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Also, make sure to watch NS9 Live every Thursday on Twitch and help support by becoming a patron. Let's go Bucks!
Won this game, and an incredible game. You can raise the Jolly Roger and call it maybe the best all time in Pittsburgh. What a game!
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to NS9 Live. I am your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we got Jim, we got Tyler, we got an NS9 Live happy Festivus celebration for you guys tonight. What's up, my dudes?
Got some grievances.
I've got a lot of problems with you people.
Oh, is that right?
You know what one of my problems is not? The fact that you guys put me in the middle so that everybody sees this glorious looking face.
What glorious looking face? I don't see a glorious looking face. I see some shadows with a hat there. Let's take that off, buddy.
No,
Let's
I
see that
hatfish.
face. Let's see the moneymaker.
Dude, I hatfish. Thank you very much. You would know if you weren't married.
Yeah.
Bad hairline, it's a whole thing. You guys, like, you go ahead with your married lives. It's fine. I'll hang out in the middle here looking great with my hat on. It's fine.
Whatevs. But yeah, today is Festivus.
I've got a grievance. We weren't on at 9 because somebody decided that helping tornado victims was more important than our podcast.
I showed up right at 9. I don't know what the big deal is here. but yeah, I'm a little tired today. It was a lot of driving, a lot of standing, a lot of doing stuff. So yeah.
Jim is so exhausted from cooking the vegetables of the fajitas.
I'll
They
tell
didn't
you
even
what.
trust him with the meat.
Oh no, they did not trust me with the meat. It was the
That
vegetables.
is
Yeah.
cool.
I was going to say
Good.
something about that too. Yeah, I noticed you weren't near the meat.
No. Vegetables was good. I crushed those vegetables though. I will say they were the best part of the meal.
Sure.
I'm going to doubt that.
Yeah. It's like telling Kevin Newman he's the best part of the lineup.
I'm just saying. I made myself 2 fajitas at the end. One had
Oh,
vegetables.
so you're taking away
the
from
other
tornado
one
victims.
after everybody had already eaten.
What if someone showed up late?
Well, we weren't there afterwards, so yeah. But one didn't have vegetables. The one with the vegetables was just way more superior. So
I am happy
it.
you sauteed peppers and onions so well.
it is an important ingredient.
We are all proud of you and we all thank you. Thank you for your service. In
No,
all
but
seriousness, though.
For real.
No,
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
be polite and say what Jim did was very, very nice.
No, it's just one of those things where, I mean, I'm sure everybody already is aware, but yeah, we had some pretty bad tornadoes here in Kentucky. So, one of my buddies works for a like an equipment company, like heavy duty construction equipment. So he was going down there with his company today to help, make food and pass out food to anybody who needed it. Basically, most of it was for the people working, to clean up. But there were a few families that came up who, needed some food. But I was off today. I didn't have anything to do, so I was like, hey, this beats sitting on my couch all day. So went down there and did what I could do, I guess. It is crazy though. Like it's insane though, because then after we were done, like I wasn't mentally prepared for like the type of destruction there was. Like nothing I've ever seen in my life. Like nothing. I mean, just the entire town was gone. It was incredible. Really, really almost unbelievable. Like how crazy it was. So yeah, they're going to be cleaning up for quite some time.
You show those pictures. You're right, man. Just looking at like yours, if you see stuff on Twitter, but like it seems like that hits home. I couldn't imagine your perspective of being there.
Yeah, it was insane. It was pretty crazy. So many people helping though. So like that's kind of cool to see. Like just people everywhere coming from everywhere helping in any way they could. So that was kind of neat to see.
Cool. Well, congrats, Jim.
I'm happy that North Shore 9 could be a part of it.
Yes, there you go.
There we go.
Well, let's get into the show. So with that said, I mean, we had a ton. I shouldn't say we had a ton. We'll have some more giveaways. We had some giveaways before the show. I already gave one away. Somebody already won this Steve Blass bobblehead doll. Bobblehead. So I don't know if we want to call it a doll. But anyways, gave away that Steve Blass already. Jim, you had a giveaway going on. For those that are in this stream right now, we're going to have more stuff being given away tonight. Go ahead, as you see on top, if you type in NS9 into the YouTube chat, for those not watching on YouTube, go ahead, get onto YouTube. We only have 2 more shows that's going to be streamed onto Twitter. After that, it's just strictly YouTube going forward. So get onto YouTube right now, go into the chat, put an NS9. That'll get you entered in some more giveaways we'll do throughout the show. But let's start with this one that you had, Jim, so talk about it.
Yeah. So it's a Brian Reynolds autographed rookie card from 2019 Topps Update. Cool looking card. So all you had to do in order to be entered into the giveaway was retweet the tweet, follow the North Shore 9 account, and reply with a screenshot that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. So I think we got quite a few participants in here. I don't know what the final count was, but yeah, somebody's gonna be winning a Brian Reynolds autographed rookie card. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah,
slick looking card.
There's quite a few. Like you said, I don't know the final count, but our pies are very, very slim. So if this was a pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving, I'd be very pissed getting one of these pieces. So I guess, do we want to do it? Do you want to give away right now, Jim?
Let's do it. Yeah.
So let's get that beautiful wheel up here. You see here's the names of everyone who participated, did all the rules correctly. So let's spin it.
Good luck.
No drum roll. Little Nepidus. Congrats.
There we go. Congratulations.
Show yourself. I don't actually know who you are.
I will. Where are they at?
What was it again?
Little Nepidus. I'm going to put it into the chat. If I can find it. Was that a fake name?
Here's my Festivus right now. We put the wheel right over my face, which just is why everybody leaves.
Oh, yeah. It removes the name.
Very rude.
That's why. There it is.
What did you do?
Here we go. We're good. I have the
Pretty
wheel
good.
set up where it removes the winner's name. That's why I couldn't find them.
Oh. So who won?
Little Nepidus.
I don't even see that on the list.
Well, it's the list that you gave me, Jim. So it better
Are
be
you
there.
sure?
Yeah, Little Nepotis.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Yeah. Okay.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
congrats.
cool. Apparently, I can't type into the chat. So
So
all right,
I
but-
will I'll send you a DM, get your address, and we'll get this in the mail to you. Congratulations.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
I know I didn't get a
Good for them, but when do we get to go through the grievances?
Let's start going through the grievances.
Thank you.
I'm gonna start putting in some people who are entered in the chat as you guys start that.
Thank goodness. I just want to respond to some of the grievances that we received.
Let's do that. Where do you want to start? You want to start with
Let's do
yours?
it.
Want to start
Yeah.
with what we got?
I would like to start with what we got, if that's okay.
Let's go.
Let me pull them up real quick. Uno momento, por favor. Go ahead and stare at my pretty face while we're doing so.
I was expecting more grievances.
Yeah,
Considering all Pirates Twitter is all day is just people grieving.
you're right.
Thought there would be more.
But let me just start with a friend of the show here. Renegades of the Rotunda. He's the
Okay.
first one that pops up on the list. He will never forgive the Pirates for not letting Jaso play every position.
He
So
played
what's-
what? Everything but pitcher? Didn't he do everything but pitch?
Not with the Pirates, but in his career, possibly. Maybe. I doubt it.
That's what I mean. Like with the Pirates, like I think he played 8 different positions.
With the
Did-
Pirates, there's no way he played second base or shortstop. Or third base.
Probably not. Probably not.
He was
He
a
played a lot though.
he was a dreadhead like stoner at that point,
At that point,
with a very hot wife that ended up adding me on Facebook.
Let's see. So he played right field, left field, first base, catcher. Actually, he never caught for the Pirates.
No, he did not.
Yeah,
He had
so-
concussion issues.
Yeah, he only played 4 positions.
but here's my thing about that. Like, sure, I get that. Would have been cool, but that was also the time when the Pirates were supposed to try and be good. So, like, I also
Yeah.
get not doing it. Like, if Jaso
Yeah.
was on the team this past few years, absolutely.
Yeah,
To
I can
go
buy that.
back, I will go back to that. I was so excited to get John Jaso. That was when I was full blown a Neil Huntington stan and thought that, wow, this is a really smart move. Because at that point, John Jaso, if you look at his numbers, he was an incredible hitter.
He was.
Like he was so undervalued.
OBP carried him for a while there.
Jaso
He-
BP.
It was because I think what year was that? 2016. So that was 2 years after not getting James Loney.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of Pirates fans are on board with we don't need a 30 home run guy at first base. Let's just get a guy that like James Loney and John Jaso could hit at that point. Little did we know he could hit in very small sample sizes. And then he kind of turned into it just a slightly he was Colin Moran.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit different, but basically, yeah.
it's a good way.
Was
of
he
putting
that
it.
much different?
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
did
mean, he
hit
hit
for
for
a
a
cycle.
cycle. Jinx.
Colin Moran could not do that. How many triples does Colin Moran have in his career?
Yeah, but I mean, like, how many triples did Jaso have in his career also? It's not as if, like, Jaso was, like, the triples man or something.
Yeah, I think the other part of it all was
Yeah.
with Jason was we watched Pedro, and in our heads we were so tired of watching so many strikeouts. And this is pre-launch angle era,
Yeah.
and
Well,
it
I
was
was-
kind of exhausting.
I was going to say, I mean, to couple that almost to the degree as, I mean, we went so many years without a competent first baseman for the most part that it was just like,
Mhm.
well, You know, if you get someone who actually can do a little bit, like if you like we talked about with Carl Moreno, if Carl Moreno was on the team back then, it'd been a savior. Like, wow, someone who can actually play short. I mean, first. So, you know, and it was like the team showed they can actually win without a competent first baseman. So it could be done.
Yeah.
Not that
And then-
Jaso didn't come with a lot of heat, because I remember the Jaso sign. I was excited for it too, but you know, you heard a lot of ish about that as well.
For sure. But I think among the, when you look at it among like, I guess the younger fan base that maybe looked more deeper into things,
Yeah.
or the people that weren't at that point thinking another cheap signing. And that's what it was a cheap signing, but it was a calculated signing. I still don't dislike it, but
I mean, yeah, it wasn't a bad signing.
I mean, the guy had done nothing but rake everywhere he was.
I think you would have hoped that he put together like the season that Matt Joyce did. Like Matt Joyce basically turned into what Jaso was.
Yeah.
That was a solid season.
Yeah. And then we ended up getting him replaced with Sean Rodriguez every game. So that was the Pirates 2016 season. Where have you gone, Clint Hurdle?
What season was it when Rodriguez blew up? Was it 17? What was the year he? Yeah.
No, it was 16. It was the year that Kutch took a dive because Matt Joyce was there.
Okay, so that was the same year. So
Yes,
Rodriguez did have a
16.
really good year that
Yeah,
year.
Rodriguez had 18 home runs. Matt Joyce had like 11, and they got carried by a bunch of bench players.
Basically, yeah. So was that
was awful.
So was that also the part of this grievance? This grievance has like gone on like in many tiers.
I'm
Damn
sorry,
you, Captain Chris.
My bad for wanting to talk Pirates baseball on a Pirates baseball podcast.
We talked about John Jaso, and now we're talking about I mean literally every bench player known to man on the Pirates.
Okay,
now.
well, it kind of turned into the next grievance that got replied to Renegades, the Rotunda, that was from Levi that said, "My turn. I hated John Jaso more than almost every other Pirate." We kind of touched on that.
I would like to know, is he in the chat? Why?
I just searched my old John Jaso tweets real quick. I was giving him quite a bit of heat in 2017. John Jaso, yeah.
That's fair. He was very bad that year.
Yeah.
He just wanted to be on a boat somewhere.
But find me a player that Jim liked. You know, he just hates everyone anyway, so.
That's true.
That should be one of my grievances, is that everyone thinks I'm the negative one. Jim is far more negative than I am. I just swear a lot more.
I think we're probably both equally negative.
The way you each express it, I think, is the difference.
I'm a negative.
That's like I don't say people suck when they don't suck.
You do.
Well, no, I only say they suck if they like really truly suck.
No, you say people suck all the time.
Like you say Jacob Stallings sucks.
Yep.
No, I did not. I never said he sucked.
Where I'm saying like the people who really suck, they suck.
Some people didn't know they suck when they suck.
Right, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna say Jacob Stallings sucks because he doesn't suck.
Kind of sucks sometimes.
So Williams Wynn says his older relatives hated Jaso, called his hair dirty. I could see that, especially in Western Pennsylvania. I could see some.
Thank God
some hatred at the way he looked.
Yeah, Jaso was somebody, he probably belonged like on the Angels or something.
He should have stuck with the A's.
Yeah, Oakland or like the Angels.
Tampa. He should have stayed with the Rays, where nobody cared about him because nobody's a Rays fan.
That would have been an ideal spot for him.
Or he could have just DH'd 85 games a year and faked a concussion and hit with a 142 WRC plus, and then collected a 2-year, $6 million contract. Good for him. With a hot wife that added me on Facebook.
These are facts. Just put out there. These are facts.
She did have me on Facebook. They're divorced. She's remarried. She has a kid now. And a dog. Very cute dog.
Why don't you tell us more, Tyler? What else do you know about her?
Whatever pops up on my feed, to be honest.
Let's get back to these grievances because I feel like we do have a lot of grievances to go through tonight.
We do.
And once again, if you are in the chat, go ahead and type in NS9 into the comments. We will get you added onto our wheel. That way we can do a giveaway, and we'll give away one here after this next grievance. How's that? We'll give away our first one.
That works.
So,
all right. Next grievance, the one that I have here from Williams Wins. Having Joe Block replace Tim Neverett has been a major negative on my watching experience. And then he also adds, never letting Polanco pitch in a blowout pre-arm injury. That's
Jim,
gotta be
let's
up there too.
I think we need to take this one at a time.
Are we gonna do one at a time? Okay.
No, I mean like of
yeah.
Of his, because there's a lot going on there.
Okay.
Because I do think the Joe Block one needs addressed before we forget.
All right. Address it.
I think it's completely wrong because Tim Neverett was awful. If I hear another fly ball that sounded like it was going out of the park while I'm driving home, and he caught it 8 feet in front of the wall.
I could
I'd lose my
see
mind.
how Tim Neverett could have been pretty annoying on radio. I feel like on TV,
You think?
usually TV, you get the idea when you're watching, really, if like a hitter gets all of a ball, right? It's probably easier for us to tell than for the announcer, honestly. So Tim Neverett didn't bother me too much. It was sometimes a little funny, like hearing him talk. And I mean, I'll give Pirates announcers some credit here. Like the press box at PNC Park is so high up. I mean, they do not have a great vantage point. It is hard for them to determine sometimes how far a ball's going off the bat. But no, Tim Neverett was, I didn't have anything against him. I didn't necessarily like love him, but I didn't hate him. And I like Joe Block. I feel like he does a good job. Like I said, there's nothing special about either of them, but there's nothing that either do to make me upset watching them.
Before Donato jumps in, I don't disagree at all. I don't really notice an announcer for the most part. But it's more that the hatred Block gets that I don't understand. Because it feels like he's trying to be a breath of fresh air in just an area that's just been a dumpster for so long. And everyone's so miserable around him.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a good way to put it.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like Joe Block gets way too much hate. I enjoy him. I can't say I'm in the minority. For some reason, I feel like Joe Block's very, very polarizing, maybe more than any announcer out there. Because I feel like for the most part, everyone feels the same way about everyone. And then Joe Block is like, you have half of Pirates Twitter that they enjoy Joe Block, and I'm one of them. And you have half of Pirates Twitter that just absolutely loathe Joe Block. And I guess I don't really get it. I don't know. But I'm also with Tyler in the sense that I don't really hate announcers either. I mean, I just don't really pay that much attention to be like, oh my God, I can't stand this guy. I don't know. Maybe that's just me too, but
I mean, there's a few people who bother me. And then there's a few people who like I realize are very good at what they do. So, but for the most part, 90% of them just fall in that category of they're there and they're doing their job, right? And I feel like Joe Block falls in that.
I think with announcers, once you start to hate them, you start to notice them a lot more. So the people that really don't like Joe Block, every word he says starts to annoy them.
It's like self-fulfilling.
It's like that roommate, you're friends until like you live together for 6 months and then you want to kill each other.
Yeah.
But it's like Collinsworth, where I don't mind Collinsworth on Sunday Night Football. He don't bother me.
The same
I don't
dude.
pay attention to him. He's just there. But if you start to hate him, every word he says, like if he's negative against your team, you want to throw him through a wall.
Yeah, I just love the memes. I love like watching and hearing everyone talk about how much they hate him and stuff. But I don't actually hate him, or I could really care less about Chris Collinsworth. I kind of find him enjoyable too. I know he's like the stuff he says and all that, but it's like, oh well, who cares? It's kind of funny hearing it now when he says that stuff. Like you're waiting for it.
Yeah.
But I do feel like Joe Block is kind of in a weird spot where all of his color commentary guys have been through just a nightmare of years. And he's just trying to stay positive, and it's like, Joe, just shut the hell up.
It's kind of like what we were talking about last week, where like Pirates Twitter, like you've got the people who have been on forever, and they're a little bit older, and they've just like had their heart broken, and then you have the people who are a little bit newer, who are a little more optimistic. Joe Block is the new guy.
That's the other thing, though.
Yeah,
he's not from here. Like everybody else has some pirate affiliation.
Yeah,
Block.
He's the one that has no pirate affiliation.
Well, I mean, maybe not pirate, but he's from here.
Oh, that's what I meant. Like he has no affiliation to the Pirates. Like,
okay,
go through the list.
I get that part, yeah, but he is from here, so that's like yes and no to that is kind of how I feel.
Ish, I guess.
I love too, like him and Walk. It's just I feel like they probably don't hate each other, but it doesn't come that way on broadcast, or they actually might hate each other, and they do a good enough job not showing it too much. But like them two together, I just feel like Block just gets under Walk's skin so hard, and at the same time, I feel like Block knows that, and he keeps poking the bear. A couple comments to get in here as well. So Ian says, I like Block, but he seems like too much of a product of broadcasting school. He almost is too perfect. I'm sorry. He's almost too perfect and to a T that it's almost off-putting.
I could see that. In the ways that he asks some of the color commentary guys some questions, I can see that. Where everybody knows the answer to it, but he's like, and what does that mean when you throw a two-seamer there, Bob?
Like you almost wonder if Block would be better as like a national guy doing like national TV games.
I'm sure Block loves hearing you say that.
But like, you know what I mean? Like you don't have somebody watching him 100 times a year. Because it sounds like, I think people, I said that disconnect from Pittsburgh, I think is what people don't really like about him. Whereas everybody else has that connection. And yeah, like he's kind of he can sort of be robotic at times, I guess. But again, I think he's fine. The job of the play-by-play guy is to call the game and to get the analysts to kind of talk about stuff that's happening, and I feel like he does that. So
right. And I get that. And this comment, I think, it comes from Williams, who is the one who made the his little thing here. So he says he isn't a breath of fresh air. He asks stupid stuff like, is the ball hard to catch when wet? And like that's what you're getting at. Like he does point out like the most obvious because he's trying to gain, to me, that's how I feel like he's trying to gain like the talking point, right?
It's almost like he's trying to get the Bob Walk involved.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, I think that he's hurt by the Pirates because they do the rotating cast and you go to radio to TV, the radio to TV. I think he would be phenomenal on radio only.
So I was going to say, I've heard people say that, and it makes a lot of sense because the way he does call the game, he's phenomenal on the radio side. But we're always watching the TV side that he has that kind of flow into the game, and people get annoyed by it.
He can fill air like no other on the radio. But on TV, it's like, just shut up sometimes. Just let the game breathe.
Kenny says, I usually mute the broadcast and listen to music while I watch the game, but I don't dislike listening to Block at all either. David says, I usually watch the opposing team's feed.
I've done that before. There are a few like broadcasts that are pretty good. Sometimes it's nice to watch.
Good. Yeah. I will watch the awaits feed every now and then.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the Nationals away feed. What's his name? FP and
FP Santangelo. You like
I
it?
actually enjoy him. And maybe it's because I don't watch him ever.
Yeah.
But I enjoy him a little bit. Same with the Mets. I like Keith Hernandez every now and then. Who knew that the broadcast would get people talking?
Great.
What was the second part of his point?
All right. So second grievance, not letting Polanco pitch.
I think the bigger grievance should be not letting Marte pitch.
I think not letting Polanco pitch, honestly, is probably a good idea because you know that he would have gotten hurt like the first time he pitched. He would have tripped over or something and sprained an ankle and tore an ACL.
Very fair point.
Yeah. I don't know. I think before the arm injury, there wasn't really a reason to have Polanco pitch too much. It was after the arm injury where we were in that situation that Pirates pitchers were getting pulled because of the blowout and having, position players pitch. So I don't have too much of a grievance of that just for that reason. But you say Marte, I would love to see Marte pitch.
Yeah.
Who was it? Damn it.
Osuna?
Who was it that pitched? No. In the Braves blowout game this year, they told him they had to slow down.
Yeah.
Wilmer Defoe.
Yes, Defoe.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Marte would be doing that. Marte would just be pumping them down there. Like, whoa, chill out, man. Let's not throw too fast.
I could see Marte trying to throw like knuckleballs.
I could see Marte pumping 95 and being like, I just want to
He probably would pump 95 too, though. Yeah, you're right.
Just throw 95 and be like, all right, yep, here comes 60. That's one to prove it. I mean, he did throw like 100 from the outfield.
Oh, for sure. I mean, dude had a gun.
I think Fangraphs did have a study on it where he threw 100 from the outfield.
Oh, I'm sure he did at some point.
All right, what's next? Was there any more with him? Was there a third one?
That was it. That was
I
it.
thought there was one more.
No, that was it.
So do we want to do
I just saw the big Polanco picture.
Do we want to do our first giveaway?
Go, let's do it.
So again, if you're in the chat, go ahead and type NS9. Get yourself in there. We'll get you on the wheel so we can give you something to take home. What should we do first? I don't know.
Dead giveaway.
It's wintertime. I got a few things here. We got one more entry. Hold on. So let's go ahead and give a blanket away. It's a Pirates blanket. It's a 46 by 60. I mean, it's nice. It's warm. I've given one of these away before. William, you're already in here. You don't need to type NS9 30 more times. Okay, so let's do it. So we're going to give away this blanket. Hopefully. All right, Kyle K. Let's say before it goes to Ian. All right, Kyle. So you got the blanket. Go ahead and DM us on Twitter. I'll just get your address and I'll have it mailed out to you here shortly. So there's our first giveaway of the blanket. Goes to Kyle. Congrats, man.
Congrats, Kyle.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Grievances. Oh, Ethan's grievance is the actual grievance that the players union made against the Pirates.
I mean, how fitting. He uses an actual grievance about payroll.
Right. Yeah. So Ethan's grievance is the Major League Baseball Players Association doing a grievance against the Pirates for not spending their revenue sharing funds appropriately.
Shocker. You mean the Pirates aren't spending money? Woo! Call the sheriff.
Pirates, A's, Rays, and Marlins, the 4 teams included in the grievance.
Oh, Marlins were in that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was 4. I thought there was just 3. Was that maybe the following year or something? I don't know.
This was 2020.
Oh, maybe it was the year before. Because they had back-to-back years they were in a grievance, right? The Pirates, the Rays, and
Yeah.
A's.
Yeah.
So it must have been the 2020 year that the Marlins got included.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine those 3 teams not spending money.
Right. Yeah. But, I mean, there's two of the teams are, well, actually, 3 of those teams have made the playoffs in the last 2 years. That's what's kind of crazy.
I mean, technically speaking, yes. We want to count the Marlins and their 40 games played of a 60-game season, then yes.
I mean, the Marlins won a wild card.
Sure.
They advanced to a divisional series.
I'm going to be honest with you right now. My mom just texted me and asked me what I was buying my dad for Christmas. And she wanted to know if I was going to, or if I wanted to go out of town with her tomorrow to go buy stuff. And I got to buy stuff for both of them. So I'm trying to text her back because blah, 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 blah. Don't want to really bore everyone with everything, but that's what my life is right now.
I feel like your mom needs to join the show. Something tells me she has some grievances she wants to get out right now, Tyler.
Yeah, right. This is Tyler airing his grievances.
Oh, you want to? Oh, just time out. I got my grievance right now. Every year, I get underwear and socks. That's all I want. So I'm sitting there talking to, God, this is going to get way too personal, but talk to the lady friend at work on Zoom. Because it's like, what, a day before Christmas, 2 days before, 3 days, whatever.
Where's this going?
My mom works in the same place I do.
Okay.
My mom calls the lady friend, and she's asking her what to get me for Christmas while I'm on the Zoom call. So everything that I'm getting for Christmas, I already know because I'm pointing at everything I need because I need work shoes. That's where my life's at right now. Mom has no idea, by the way.
I'm just still like taken back. Like, who uses the term lady friend anymore in 2022?
I do.
That probably means that there's no title.
My lady friend.
Yeah.
I have a grievance on your word usage here, Tyler.
He doesn't want to give it a title.
All right. So we have any other grievances coming up? Who's next?
Let's go with Justin. He's always talking about trades. His grievance is the return on the Stallings trade. He says he doesn't have an issue with trading him, but he does have an issue with the return.
Let's talk about it. I think we already did.
We talked about that a lot. And I think we agree with you, Justin.
I have a grievance with Justin, the D in the name. I was actually pretty pissed off when I found out your name was actually Justin and not Judson. I've all those years, I just assumed it was Judson. I was like, I mean, that's a different name, but that's kind of cool. It's Judson. Then I found out it was just Justin, and you really let me down, man. Like, it's very disappointed to know that you're just a regular Justin. So I have a little bit of a grievance with you.
I think we're all on the same page that we don't really care about the Stallings return. It's more of what it means.
I mean, it's both.
The return's kind of irrelevant.
Also not good.
Yeah, it was never going to be good, though.
Right.
He's more useful to you than he would be for any return, really, that he would have received.
I don't know. I still have my grievances about that. You say it wasn't going to be good. It could have been good.
I don't.
Austin Nola wasn't terrible.
It was better. Yeah, Austin Nola was better.
Austin Nola could hit and play another position.
Okay.
How about this?
Could hit and play first base.
Gold Glove defense as a catcher position, which is
but
pretty important defensively.
Yeah, well, no. I'm trying to be nice. Be nice.
Okay. How about this one? Why do all the dog nights have to be on Tuesdays? Ryan Russell.
Love this question because I despise dog night.
Do you?
What?
Hate it.
How can you despise dog night?
Love dogs. Don't want them at the ballpark. I don't. It's not about the dogs. I don't trust the assholes that bring their dogs.
Why?
Because a lot of dog owners are assholes.
But like, what are they going to do? What are the dogs going to do?
A lot.
I mean, in order for them to bring the dog into the stadium, they have to like be all up to date on their shots. They've got to have their doggy bag. There's doggy bags already set up, so if something happens there, they're all good. They're in a specific part of the ballpark, so they're not bothering people who don't want to be around the dogs. I don't see an issue with dog night at all.
I don't trust them.
Trust them for what?
Dog owners. I'm not trying to be mean, but like there are some dog owners that are really bad that raise really bad dogs.
But those people aren't taking them to dog night.
All it takes is one.
For what to happen?
Them to bite my doggy. Oh, Fred. Nobody's going to bite you because I'm not taking you to dog night.
So then what do you care? You're making up a hypothetical to complain.
This is what I do.
This is typical Tyler. Move on. Let's talk the
negative
actual
Tyler.
grievance about it happening just on Tuesdays.
Also, my other part of the dog night thing is that, listen, Garrett Cole debuted on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. Did he really?
Which was a dog night.
So?
It was a freaking nightmare around that freaking ballpark.
So?
I don't want to walk past your dog and then like have to be like, don't.
Then don't
Like,
go on a Tuesday.
Garrett
How many
Cole's
people
debuted that
went
night,
to
you dummy.
Garrett Cole's debut?
31,000 people. Because it
On
was
a
the first
Tuesday?
night. Yeah, it was the first night that they did the scan thing. The new security. Because everybody was outside for 45 minutes. Go ahead and look it up. You're welcome.
All right, so
No, I
that
don't
had
have to- I was
nothing
gonna
to
say
do
this-
with the dogs.
I'm so
It was
disappointed
just-
that I just believe everything that Tyler says right now because I know it's true. And it makes me sad that Tyler just said spewed out all that information, which is so useless.
I'm
but I know it's
positive
true.
It was a Tuesday. I was there.
I know it was a Tuesday. There was 31,000. It was the first day that they scanned things. It's all guaranteed.
You can go ahead.
Mark
You know
it
what?
down.
Jim, please look it up.
Oh, it was on a Tuesday.
Thank you.
The ticket scanning, I don't care about. But
How
I'll
many
take
people
your
showed
word
up?
for it?
How many people?
I don't know.
Just look.
Dave White says,
favor,
how many
just
Pirate
look.
fans have died from a dog bite at a game? I mean, exactly. Like
Me.
Tyler's just making stuff up to complain. Let's get back to the Tuesdays.
30,600 people.
That's sad.
Round up.
But
Tyler, you need a
what did the
girlfriend.
dogs? The dogs had nothing to do with anything.
I know they didn't, but I just wanted to point that out so that I could flex my brain.
Dog nights, Tuesdays. Should it be on Tuesdays every time or should they mix it up?
I feel like they should mix it up.
I think Tuesday's a good night because nobody's going anyhow.
I get both sides. I feel like Tuesdays usually a lesser crowd, so it's easier to bring dogs in, have them maneuver. It's also so his. I remember in the tweet his thing was he works on Tuesdays, that's why it's hard. But I feel like having on the same day helps you plan. Where if it's different all the time, you could, whatever. If I know it's Tuesday, I could plan. So I don't know. Maybe once a month it's on a Wednesday.
See, that's my thing. I mean, just mix it up. Mix it up every one now and then. Like, what?
I
Yeah,
could
it
get that.
shouldn't have to always be on a Tuesday.
I get it. But at the same time, fireworks is always on Friday or Saturday. T-shirt night, what I mean? Like they're always.
Those are cool though.
I mean, it's not to the people that own dogs that hate fireworks. When their
I'm
dogs are at
sorry.
home and not at the game.
You definitely don't want a dog night on a fireworks night.
Can we just like?
That's what
can
we
we-
do need. That's
Guys,
what
can
I
we
want.
rewind? Can we just rewind to the part where I said that Garrett Cole debuted on a Tuesday?
No.
To
We're moving forward.
31,000
We're moving
people.
forward, Tyler. We're moving forward.
Yeah, we don't need that. No one cares.
Next grievance.
I'm just
Yes.
saying.
See,
Like,
Kenny's
there
on
was
board
one-
with me. Kenny
Right.
says mixed fireworks night and dog night.
Yeah. Ryan has one more. Why hasn't anyone hit a ball into the Allegheny lately? And that just has to do with the Pirates have nobody who can hit the ball into the Allegheny.
Yeah.
It's a fair
They decided to
point.
have Will Crow.
They have no power.
It's a very fair point.
I mean,
Who's the
who did
last
you
one to do
expect
that?
to hit the ball in the Allegheny on this team right now?
Did Josh Bell do it?
Well, he did.
Josh Bell did it. He's probably the last one though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again,
Did
who's hitting the ball in the Allegheny on this club since Josh Bell?
I guess Yoshi could probably technically do it.
Polanco could have done it.
Yeah.
He could have. Okay, that's a fair point. He could have.
Aside from that, no.
I could only think of
Yoshi,
Yoshi,
yeah.
but I'm not even sure if Yoshi can. I just
Yeah.
assume he would be the next
don't-
one that might be able to.
It's
He looks
the
like
amount
he
of people
could.
that have the amount of people that have done it is less than 10, right?
No, I think there's been more.
Like
On a
I'm
bounce
thinking
or a
about on the fly.
Yeah, and I know
On the fly,
Josh Bell did it twice in like that 1 month. He had that one crazy month, and I know he hit it twice.
yeah, but it's Josh Bell, Daryl Ward, Garrett Jones.
I mean, I know there's been some away players to do it.
Yeah, Daryl Ward was the only away player I thought of.
I don't know.
Okay, Ian says Cruz. I
Cruz
hope
could.
Cruz could.
Yeah, Cruz could do it.
He might be the next great hope.
They may just rename the river like Cruz River, hopefully.
I mean, let's hope.
Might
Alvarez, Kyle
it
says
might be a
Bell,
boat
Ward,
cruise.
Jones, and
Pedro,
Pedro.
Pedro, yeah,
Pedro, I
Pedro
forgot
had
about
to
him.
have done it. Yeah,
Yeah, Pedro did once, I think.
maybe did Giles ever do it?
Williams Wynn says Alvarez hit it into the boat.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
So
Pedro.
Because we had
Yeah.
everyone had a big argument about whether it was a river shot or not because he hit it into the boat.
Okay. I would count it.
I mean, it counts.
And then there was a big argument about whose ball it was because someone swam up to it and grabbed it.
Did you
Yeah.
all see the article that Fox Sports put out? I think it was yesterday, where they did an article. It was like, how far would you have to hit the ball in any ballpark to hit water? And they went through all
And-
30 parks.
Adam Dunn hit a ball like 1,000 feet, technically.
Well, not technically, but no. I mean,
He
Great
hit it
American
into the river, and it
Great American was
floated,
he didn't
like,
hit it into
forever.
the river. It like 10 bounced into the river. No one's ever hit the ball into the river from Great
how
American.
far did it go after that?
It went across the river.
Yeah, he hit it into another state.
He did.
Literally.
But yeah, no, they go through and they're like, how far do you have to hit the ball at each ballpark to hit water? And I mean, obviously the Giants are the closest, Pirates are the second closest, Great American's the third, but in Great American, 600 feet on a fly, so not really possible, right?
You know
Maybe
what?
maybe with an aluminum bat.
That's
But
one of my
600 feet.
grievances.
Bryce
Is
Harper,
that we don't
in
have-
ninth grade.
We don't have more ballparks that have the ability to hit the ball into a body of water
Yeah, there's really only two.
because it's so cool when it happens.
Yeah. You know what? How about this grievance? Because this just the aluminum bat thing for Cincinnati got me thinking. For home run derbies, just let them use aluminum bats. And just see what happens.
Yeah, just go with the pitching guy.
Well, there's a net there. But yeah, I want to see aluminum bat home run derbies. Or maybe just like the final round is with an aluminum bat. So you have like the two guys in the finals hit with a metal bat and just launch balls. See how far they go.
I'm okay without it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch either way.
Let's
What's
right.
the next
You're-
grievous?
Let's
You're
do
a no
another
home run
giveaway,
derby
though.
guy. Yeah.
So
Okay.
once again, if you are in the chat, go ahead and type in NS9 to get yourself into the giveaway here. I'll get you added to the wheel. So what we should do next? I feel like let's give away a shirt. So we'll give this away.
It's a nice looking shirt.
Of course it is, Jim. Come on now.
Is that Fanatics branded apparel?
It is. Shout out to Fanatics. And I'm just Mike. I'm putting Bucko Mike in here. I refuse to call you by anything else. Just gonna say.
I saw Bucko Mike on Twitter yelling into the abyss to check the YouTube chat.
I mean, we've literally been going off the YouTube chat, so I don't know what he was chatting in, but but that's also Bucko Mike for you.
Right.
All right. So let's do it. We got some new people in here. Spin the wheel. Who's going to get the shirt? Captain Chris. So we just hated on his JSO take.
That's
We
true.
didn't hate.
But
Disagreed.
no, we didn't hate the take. I just hated where it led us.
Yeah.
There you go,
Sorry.
Cap.
Congrats.
It's what you need, a pirate shirt. You don't have enough of them.
All right, so here's a good grievance.
Let's go.
Here's
Jim.
a good grievance. 19th Century Buck says the whole established in 1887 line grinds his gears. So there's some debate here, right? I mean, are the Pirates 1882 or are they 1887?
Can I give you my opinion on it?
Yes.
I'm sure your
That's what you're
opinion
here
is who cares?
Yeah, it was closer to. I don't give a fuck. A date. I don't care.
Well, gotta add that E now under
Yeah,
our
right,
podcast.
Yeah. No, but I mean,
That was a worthwhile effort.
So for real though, let's kind of let's visit this, right? 1882, right? The actual club is founded as a member of the American Association. They play in the American Association from 1882 to 1886 under the name of Allegheny, at the Allegheny Baseball Club, right? Yeah, I think that's what I'm seeing here.
That sounds familiar.
Allegheny
Yep.
Baseball Club of Pittsburgh. So they're that, and then they join the National League and they become the Pittsburgh Alleghenies for a few years, and then in 1891 they changed to the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, but yeah, the Pirates say that they were established in 1887. They don't really recognize those American Association years. I wonder why that is. I wonder if they're just those just don't matter, or what.
Can I repeat?
Kenny says we're dog nights on Tuesdays in 1882. I'm sorry, maybe busted laughing.
So there you go. That grinds his gears. I wouldn't say it grinds my gears, but I've always found that interesting that they use 87 and not 82.
I mean, it might not grind your gears, but for Mr. 19th Century Bucks, I'm sure it grinds his gears.
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and correct my phrasing. I don't give a heck.
I'm kind of with that, but I'll say it is interesting, like as Jim says, why? I know I've heard it, and actually, so Infielder 3 says ask Drecker. I feel like Drecker has said something about this. I feel like Ryan and I talked about this a while ago.
Yeah,
because
Drecker is
something came up with
fully
it.
aboard the 82. Drecker
Yes.
says it should be 82.
Which in theory, like it should.
Yeah.
So why isn't it? I feel like it's been mentioned. And maybe like how Tyler says, I don't really give that much of a heck about it. So I don't really remember about it. But yeah.
I hope you don't.
Because here's the thing. It's not like I could understand it if like that American Association team like disbanded and a new team was created in the National
A new
League, right?
owner
But
came
that didn't
in.
happen. But like that didn't happen.
Robert
Like, it
Nutting the
was-
first sold and
It was the same, like it was the same team. They just moved from the American Association to the National League. So why do they not recognize the American Association years?
I mean, isn't that basically like, and I could be wrong, so call me out if I am, but isn't that basically like Green Bay Packers like saying they weren't an official team until they joined the NFL, but they recognize all the previous years, right?
This is a big ol' I don't give a shit.
Okay, we'll move on. So we'll go. So he's in the chat right here. Infielder 3, Ben Black. He says his number one grievance is they haven't started Nick Gonzalez, Lonnie White, Braylon Bishop, or Henry Davis yet. It's unbelievable. You sound like Tyler.
I'm not that
that's
crazy.
But that's what you want. No minor leagues. You get drafted, you play.
No, my point is that I want less minor leagues. I would like them to be here quicker. Yes, it might lead to a worse product. I do not care. The product sucks right now. I want something to get excited about.
How about this to get excited about? Because here's a grievance that I think Tyler could get on board with.
Probably not.
When will the Pirates get into the 21st century and deliver my beer to my seat?
This is the greatest grievance I've ever seen in my life.
This is Bo, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I saw this and I got a boner.
Also, Tyler.
This is, you know what? I could not agree with this anymore. Thank you. He's a hero.
I mean, clearly it'd be a great service. I think that would add, it would clearly add to the ballpark experience if you did not have to get up out of your
Pretty
seat
simple.
and get your own beer. You could just have your beer delivered to you, like you order it on an app and someone comes to your seat and gives you a beer. I can't think of anything that could possibly be bad about that idea. It's a great idea, to be honest.
Yep.
And let's take a step further. So you're talking about, I mean, as Jim said, you're in this century now, you know, and like Boston Robotics is a thing now. And, you know, I mean, like, why can't we have a beer delivery service robot at PNC Park?
Or,
you know, multiple robots just going back and forth, delivering your beers and food.
And on Tuesdays, it could be shaped like a dog.
It's the dog one. Yes.
Love dogs.
No, that's the one that gives the dogs their treats and bones, right? You can have a delivery service for the dogs. You're ordering them dog food, dog treats.
No. Those people should not be driving. They're driving with precious cargo. You should not be drinking while driving with a dog.
No, we're talking about the dog robots deliver the dog treats to the dogs. You're also
I
ordering
am
that.
talking about on Tuesdays. They should not be allowed to drink any alcohol because
they all walk to the
driving
park.
a dog home. That's very precious.
Cares about the kids? No, they're all walking to the park.
Yeah, that's fine.
They walk home. You walk the dog home.
They better. We're gonna have a problem, right, Fred?
No, but
right.
Bo, excellent idea. I know of like there aren't a ton of stadiums probably who are doing this right now. I know in Cincinnati, like if you're sitting behind home plate, they actually have, you know, like servers and stuff, take your order and then they'll bring you stuff. And that's not necessarily just like, you know, in Pittsburgh, you can do that in the Lexus Club, but I'm talking about like the whole area behind home plate on the lower level in Cincinnati is like that. But yeah, if you could expand that to where you place an order on an app, 5 minutes later, you got a beer. That'd be great.
I'd be down with
only
that.
got like 3,000.
I'm not quite
people
sure
to
how
serve.
the Renegades of the Rotunda would do that. You know, I'm not quite sure if they have like there's a seat for that. Like, do you say I'm at the Rotunda or see the guy with the flag waving? Those weirdos up there, come get us. but
we're the guys dressed like pirates on the Rotunda. Yeah.
But yeah, you know, and so this goes back. This actually ties it together. So Alex says, going back to Cole's debut, I was at the game and missed the first career hit because I was waiting too long for nachos. I mean, so that is an actual issue, right? I mean, you got to get up, you got to wait, so you missed the game. So you add this, right? You never miss any action in the game. They're coming out to you. They're giving you your food, your beer, whatever it is.
Counterpoint, though, maybe the Pirates want you to miss as much of the game as possible so you don't have to see how bad the product on the field is.
But then again, if they're delivering as much beer to you as possible, you also kind of forget the product that's on the field.
Yeah.
It's fair.
But no, great idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Time for another giveaway?
Why not?
Are you muted, Jim?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Everything just
No,
went
so why-
silent.
yeah.
I was like,
Why not?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do it. So once again, if you haven't yet, go ahead and put an NS9 into the chat. We'll get you added.
Make sure Bucko Mike's in there.
Bucko Mike, you're in there. I promise. What should we do? I got a couple of winter things because it's winter. So I got a pirate scarf.
Okay.
So, model that for you. So yeah, we'll do a pirate scarf. It's nice. It's warm. So here you go. So we'll give away the scarf. I don't see anyone go into the chat yet. So let's do it. I feel like Christmas vacation. Ryan Miller.
Hey.
I guess if your last name's a Miller, you're sweeping up tonight. So Ryan gets the scarf, which I know he can use up there in the cold weather. I have no need for it down here. Just saying.
It's off.
Congrats, Ryan.
Yes. So once again, Ryan, go ahead and DM me on Twitter. Send me your address. Get out to you shortly. So what other grievances we have? Yes, Chris Miller, the Miller dynasty. Except for the beer.
Eddie Shack. Number one grievance is the lack of power in the Pirates lineup. He could go on, but that'll do for now.
My number one
I think-
grievance is the
Yeah.
Pirates' lack of talent in the lineup.
Yeah, I think we can all agree with that. Grievance
How about just
there.
the Pirates is my grievance.
Yeah. You could have stopped there. They
I'm
suck.
kind of curious here. What was the difference between? I mean, the Pirates had to have been last in baseball in home runs, right? They had to have been. Like, there's no possible way there was a team that was worse. Okay, you're right. They weren't. So they were the worst. The Pirates were the worst team in baseball with 124 home runs last year.
The next one, like 150.
The Toronto Blue Jays had more than double the amount of home runs as the Pirates. And yeah, the Diamondbacks were the next at 144.
Okay.
So 20 home runs less than the next team.
That's good.
Also, the least amount of runs. That's bad. It's a bad thing.
I mean, they're just forward thinking, right? When the teams are zigging, they're zagging. That's all. Small ball era.
Yeah, they didn't strike out the most. Like, they did okay with strikeouts.
Yeah, because you had Kevin Newman on the team.
Yeah. And between Kevin Newman and Adam Frazier, they didn't strike out at all.
Yeah. So they had less strikeouts, but they probably had 1,000 more groundouts than any other team in baseball.
Yeah, they these offensive numbers are bad. They're not
we're
good.
aware. We saw plenty of baseball on the Pirates this year. So we're aware.
Yeah.
I hate Ryan Tannehill so much.
Thank you, Bucko Mike, informing us that the Jays played in Buffalo. That's the most random comment of the night. Award goes to Bucko Mike. Where's that come from? Honestly. By the way, everyone, the Blue Jays played at Buffalo. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow. I love Bucko.
Well,
Mike.
so
What a guy.
I mean, I guess his saying there is so. I more than the Buffalo thing, it was more the first like month or so that they were playing in Dunedin, because that ballpark, the ball flies out of. So there is a slight point there that like when Toronto was playing in Dunedin, Florida for the beginning part of the year, that ballpark, I mean, we all saw like the single A numbers this year, like ball was flying out of there. So you put major leaguers in there and yeah, it's going to do that. So,
but you got to understand though, it was Toronto.
Yeah.
They were given the juice balls also. They were afforded the different ball.
Yeah, it's true, because they were a large market team.
Right.
Large market teams got the juice balls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What other grievances we have? What grievances do you guys have?
I feel like I've hammered a lot of mine.
I got a
I don't
grievance.
really have. Okay, go ahead.
So, Jim, I gave you a webcam about 3-4 months ago. I still don't see you using it. It's a perfectly good webcam. Just here you go, Jim. Here's a webcam. It's improved the whole NS9 streams. For 2 weeks, it was still in the box, like at your door. Now it's just in the same box on the floor.
Well, so here's the thing. I actually can't use it.
What do you mean you can't use it?
I can't use it. It uses a USB cord. My mic uses a USB cord. And my laptop only has one USB port. So it's either you can see me or you can hear me.
Is that like an IBM ThinkPad from 1998?
You can't do both. You got to pick one. So would it make sense to see me clearer or hear me clearer? And I'm going with the hearing part.
Do you not know what a USB hub is? Do I have to send that to you as well? I'll you know what? Jim, my God, Jim. Jim Rosati, you've won a prize. You get a USB.
Actually have one.
A USB hub.
Sitting,
Send me your address on Twitter and I'll get that out to you.
I've got one sitting right next to me, actually.
I want that mic back. Or that camera back. I'm done with you.
Tough, Jimbo.
Yeah. But I have it.
You know, I'm more surprised you have it. I feel that it's like not on eBay or something right now.
Yeah, no, it's still here. I will use it eventually someday.
Jim's like, man, this is the going rate of a Nick Gonzalez card right here. Let me go and flip this.
That's true. What is it? What did he sell for?
I'm not telling you.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, so there's my grievance, Jim.
Hold on, I'm looking up the price.
So we got we got a grievance here. Miguel Lynn. So Miguel says, my grievance, the Bucks need to promote the Honus Wagner era more often. Need more Honus era throwback games and swag available to blow money on. I feel that could be legit. I mean, he is basically the best player.
He's the best player in franchise history.
Right. And
like when
iconic
compared to his peers, yeah. So.
And his fact is like iconic like stats. Like I get Clemente is more iconic in that sense, but like especially like almost baseball and collectibles, right? Baseball cards go hand in hand. And like when you think of baseball cards, you think of Honus Wagner. I mean, Jim, you could talk about this more than I can. You know, like Honus Wagner has that stature. He's the it guy, that card. And I feel like we don't really talk about Honus Wagner at all.
I guess it's kind of hard to talk about somebody who no one was alive for.
He played 110 years ago.
You know, yeah, it was 110.
We're still talking about Babe Ruth.
But like,
what year did he play till like 1917?
Babe Ruth played until like 1930 something.
Yeah, but I mean, we're still that's 90 years ago. There's not
but
too
the
many
Yankees
that are still alive.
The Yankees are handing out like Babe Ruth stuff, really.
True.
How I wanted to hate the
I don't
idea.
know. I guess my thing is like, yeah, I'm fine with more Honus Wagner stuff. Like do some old Pirates T-shirts with like the old logo, Wagner. You know, I'd be down for that.
Tukach.
It's hopeless.
I just found out what this webcam goes for, Donardo. Might have to sell it.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm glad we all put together like the Wagner to Kutch thing right now. Because the era ended at Kutch. And now we're all dead inside.
That's why it's now hopeless.
Yeah, change Wagner to Reynolds.
I had a poll at one point that was Wagner to Marte, Wagner to Meadows, Wagner to Polanco. And I just decided to go with hopeless.
I think that told you right then and there it's hopeless. Because those 3 players.
Wagner to Tabata.
He's back, baby.
To be fair, I made that account in like 2012, 2011, maybe. I don't know. It's been a while. I'm not cool and can't have a north side notch. Oh, look, I got the little area there. That's 410. Look at me.
What a lame name.
My name's
All right.
Jim.
Let's do one more grievance and another giveaway here.
Cool.
Do we have any more grievances? Here we go. Here's one. So more options other than AT&T cable provider to watch. Oh, I mean, I think we're all down with that.
Yeah. Well,
MLB as a whole.
I am fully on board with everything that person said.
Yes. So many people with streaming and where you're living at, deciding so much, and just it's so difficult for people to watch. Just let us watch. It's so easy.
It's a giant rabbit hole you get down because MLB TV is a nightmare. If you're technically in the market, you can't watch. It's just not a good experience. MLB is so far behind the times.
Well, what I feel is like yes and no. Like to that question, it's both sides. Because you say the MLB TV. MLB TV in itself, like the app, the service, the product, is a great product. It's a fantastic product. But it's the problems that you have with what you can get based on where you live and stuff. That's where it's a hindrance. Like, the product itself is great. I mean, hell, that's why Disneyland bought it, right? So the product is great. And I seem like every year they tease it, right? They give the email out to the previous subscribers, like, hey, how do you feel about these different packages? You select things you like. And one of them was like, if you're in area to be able to maybe pay a little more money or something to get those type of games, no more blackouts. And they're like, we're just going to forget we asked you that. We're just not going to offer it. And I just feel like they could do that. And all of us pretty much say, I'll pay extra money. Not that I have to where I'm at, but like if I was in that area, right? Like everyone in the area, I will pay. Actually, I would pay money just to have the Marlins games, even though I don't watch them that much. Just for like the 3 games that the Pirates play in Miami the year, and like the few Marlins games I do want to still watch here and there. Like I would still pay that premium just to have the ability to watch the Marlins and Rays down here. And again, I'm sure people in Pittsburgh for the same thing. It could be done.
Yeah. I mean, even here, we play the Reds 19 times a year. Those are 19 games that I can't watch on MLB TV. Stupid.
Right.
Yeah. And there's not like, do they have the MLB package on DirecTV or anything? I don't remember.
They do.
It's like, it's ridiculously priced.
It's more than MLB TV. It's not too bad. Like I want to say it's like it's like $200 for the baseball package on DirecTV. And MLB TV is like $140.
Yeah.
So it's definitely cheaper.
Problem is like with MLB TV, we can all get around it. We're all smart enough to do it, but we're all too lazy to do it as well. Like I could VPN anything, but I don't want to do that. It's way too much work.
Right.
So I just watch everything for free anyhow. Because piss on the MLB. I don't want to give them my money.
And like that's the thing. they could take your money. Just to not be lazy, you'd probably pay the subscription.
No,
and the
I
premium.
would. That's the big thing. I would gladly hand them money to be able to just sit at home, turn on Fire Stick, click the button, watch them. But because of where I am, I cannot do it. I moved 10 miles from where I was, and I went from a blackout area or from a non-blackout area to a blackout area for every game.
And it's always too, it doesn't matter what cable company is in your area.
Yeah.
If there's a cable company that offers it, you're done. Like I remember Ryan used to complain because he was watching it, and then like 1 year, and he lived outside of Cleveland. 1 year he couldn't get the Pirate games. He lives in Cleveland because there's some random cable company that like entered and they carried the games.
There was a point when I was in college where it depended on what part of the house I was in on whether I could watch them.
That's right.
It was so dumb. So I just decided I'm not going to pay you anymore. I'll just watch it for free. I'm not dumb. I know how to do that.
Yep.
That's really dumb.
I'm so down with that.
Yeah.
And there's a deep drive to left field by Castellanos. Kenny says Reds broadcasts are the worst. Let's do another giveaway. Let's keep going. I got another shirt.
Smell the pits.
So once again, type in NS9 into the chat if you haven't already done so. Is this one good enough too, Jim? Do you like this shirt?
I like that one.
I just didn't hear anything. I was a little nervous. Supposed to be a hype man over here.
I'm in
I
my
don't usually I don't even usually have the Zoom up when we're talking. So I usually don't look at you guys.
It's rude.
Well, we know Bucko Mike looks at you, so.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Let's spin the wheel again. So the winner of this shirt is Nicholas Lee. So go ahead, Nicholas, if you are, of course, watching, go ahead and DM me. Send me your address. I'll get the shirt out to you.
Good for you, Nicholas.
So here's another grievance into the chat. So William says also make MILB TV free. Says promote the young product. I don't know about free. I personally would still feel you should have someone pay for it. Because again, I would pay for it. But what I would say is make it a good product. Because it's valued right now at free. that's the product I'm getting is a free service.
I really do get better quality from a high school baseball broadcast.
I mean, it's terrible. I was like really excited to actually have MILB.TV last year, and I was like, all right, the Pirates are gonna suck, so I'm gonna watch Greensboro. Because it said on the thing Greensboro was gonna be on there. But guess what? Greensboro wasn't on there. Oh, great.
The old bait and switch. They got you.
Can't watch Greensboro if they're at home. Can only watch them if they're on the road facing a team that has the product. And then when you do have a team that has the product, it's the worst production ever. It's not even a production. It's one guy out in center field or behind home plate that has a camera. It may or may not even be manned. So it's just like a stationary camera that might not move. It's probably, and it's got the radio broadcast overlaid on top of it. It's a terrible product. So yeah, actually, you know what? I don't want it to be free. I would pay money for them to make it better. Like I'll spend more money for you to make it an actual legit product that isn't just unbearable to watch.
It's actually embarrassing that people will like tweet videos from it.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a high school baseball, like interleague game.
That's what I'm going to comment on because Bucko Mike just put in the chat college game production, and it's not. Like college
It's
game
worse.
production is a huge step up to this.
College games, I mean, pretty much every college game is on TV now. Now that you have ESPN and ESPN Plus and all that, and every conference has their own TV networks. Like there's a crew and like there are broadcasters working that game, and in the minor league game, sometimes there's not even audio. Like it's just
Right.
a still camera that's not even manned by a person, and it's so bad.
But like what
Yeah,
I'm even getting at too, and like go to my area, but like back when I lived in Pennsylvania too, which is so also this was long enough ago, not to date me, but long enough ago that technology that we have today is nowhere near what it was then. And like I'm watching Westminster games, like talking college level. I'm not talking about Louisville and whatever. I'm talking about Westminster, and the production then was way better than what you have here. Like your guys are saying, like this is embarrassing.
Yeah,
And
it's bad.
it would cost them like an extra maybe $3 million a year to just fix it. Like hire a couple camera guys.
What it?
Yeah,
Like, I almost feel like it'd be
Yeah,
less.
I don't even know. I don't know.
I
mean, I remember
I
specifically.
started
like-
at $500,000, then I thought myself up. I'm like, you know what? Maybe like $3 million.
I mean, like I remember being at the Bowling Green game, and there was a rain delay, so I walked. I like walked around the stadium, like did a perimeter walk, and so I walked out into the outfield where the camera is set up, and it's literally there's not a person there, right? So it's just on a tripod, and it's a camera that's no bigger than that webcam that like it's that you just showed me. Like that's what they're filming these games with, is like this tiny little webcam that they're broadcasting. Sometimes there's sound, sometimes there's not, and there's no one working the camera. There's nobody there. It was just sitting there.
And it's like a laptop like mine.
Yeah.
So like
Just
part of this
terrible.
too, like you guys are talking about money wise, and of course that means like investment. But I feel like this could be something you could invest into MILB, because I could be wrong. I don't think I am, but I just feel like there's more interest in prospects every single year. Like every year passes, more interest in prospects than the year before. Think about it. Like 25 years ago, no one cared about prospects, minor leagues. No one gave a damn about them.
Right.
But now, and it's not just because of small markets and stuff. I just feel like there's a heavy interest in prospects, and people want to watch them. And I feel like if they invested into the product, they actually could have something, and people would purchase it because they would want to watch those games.
It's literally a drop in the bucket to them.
Yeah.
Like,
And go
it's
ahead.
what, a couple million? Maybe 1, 2?
And here, and to that, which kind of makes sense.
Just
Ian
make
puts in
it
here too.
adequate.
That $3 million is one time. Like you probably have to invest
Yeah.
that $3 million, and then you've done it. Now you're paying
You
like
gotta hire, like, two
$500,000 a
guys.
year every year after that to
My
just
God.
maintain it.
Just
You don't even have to hire them. Just they can be college interns. They can be sports management interns or video production intern, or like I mean, how many internships? Just have it be interns.
That's all
They
the
can do
minors
that
are.
stuff. Right.
So there's
Yeah. No one actually works for minor league teams. They're all it's all free labor.
I was trying to be nice.
trying so
But,
hard tonight, Tyler.
But no, so I the only argument I could see against it is if no one, minor league teams make their money by people coming to the games, right? But the thing with minor league teams is like you're not like I'm in Louisville, right? We have the Louisville Bats. No one is like, oh, I wonder what was the score to the Bats game was last night, or hey, maybe the Bats are on TV. No one does that in minor league sports. Like you don't really have like a connection to the organization itself. You're really just, I want to go to the game today to have a ballpark experience, have fun with my family, have some beers, Thirsty Thursday type of thing, right? That's what you go to minor league games for. It's a completely different experience than Major League Baseball, whereas there's really no reason why you shouldn't make a solid production for video, because you're not taking, like, somebody's not going to say, I'm not going to go to the Louisville Bats game tonight. I'll just watch it on TV instead. Like, people aren't going to do that.
I agree.
I think you watch it for different reasons, though.
Mhm.
like I keep just saying, the experience is different. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
For the most
But
part,
the people aren't going to not
I feel
go.
like people want to go
Right.
because like those are the future players. Like I want to go because
if you go to a minor league baseball
know,
game,
just-
1% of the people there are there to see the players. No one goes to a minor league baseball game to see the players. Like it's like me
the average.
and then
No,
the
I'm with you.
scouts.
I'm with you. Like the difference
You know?
is you're right. The difference is there for the average person. But I do feel like people do go there different reasons. You know, like you're not going for the team. You're either going for the experience or the player. Like no one's like,
Not
oh,
to
I'm
mention-
a Bats fan. They just it's Thirsty Thursdays, $1 Bud Lights tonight, or it's hey, Quinn Priester's pitching tonight. I get to watch him because I live here and not in Pittsburgh.
Not to mention, just from the MLB level, just the scouting portion of it. Like, if I don't have a scout that can make it,
Mhm.
why would I not want to have a higher quality video?
That too.
Maybe not some schlub from Mississippi that's sitting there with a $20 webcam.
Yeah, I mean, if you had high quality video
Yeah,
of
like
every minor league baseball game,
if I'm the Pirates,
Yeah.
and I would prefer to have a high quality video of the guys that are coming in here to play in case I want them at some point.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure they do at some, like another angle, but
I don't know.
Either way, I agree. Do we have any more giveaways?
We do. That was the last grievance on our Twitter, by the way. So, do you guys have any more
All right.
grievances?
I've bitched enough.
We've been grieving for 90 minutes now.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know how much more grieving I can take.
The only grievance going on is my bladder.
That's been grieving for 25 years, man.
Fair.
All right, let's do our last giveaway then.
All right.
So we have a Jolly Roger. To a degree. We have a
Let's go.
flag, a Pirates flag here. So we'll give that away.
How
So
many-
once again,
How many stars are on that flag?
14. For
I wonder if there's
all
a reason for that.
the teams
if it
that are
was
going to
just
be
random.
behind the Pirates in the standings in the NL in 2022
There we go.
when they're battling for the playoffs. One Jolly Roger,
say?
never raised. So yes, so once again, if you haven't, go ahead and put an NS9 into the chat. I feel like everyone's already been here. They've done it, but we'll give this away. You know, I didn't even use these. I'm kind of mad I would talk about the grievances. I made these. Kind of forgot about them. Not that you two can see these right away, but this was Tyler getting pissed off, grieving his grievances out there. This was me. I'm kind of mad I didn't use these. And then here's Jim. Better late than never, I guess, right?
There we go.
But all right, let's go ahead and give away some stuff. So this is for the Jolly Roger that's never been raised. Today was a good day. Didn't even need to use my AK. Congrats, AK. That's what you go on YouTube. I don't know who you really are, what your name really is. Let's put it down here. But whoever you are, AK, go ahead and DM us. Not some random Twitter person, but has AK in the name. That was me. That was me. Yeah, go ahead and DM us. You'll get your never raised before Jolly Roger.
Good job, AK.
Whoever you are.
Whoever you are.
AK. What's funny about AK is one of my best friends. He's a diehard Phillies fan.
Wait, is that guy that we were going back and forth about the cheesesteaks and permanis?
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Forget that. He's not getting this flag. I'm taking it back.
He wouldn't want a Pirates flag.
I'm taking it back right now. It ain't him. I'm respinning it.
He's just he's the worst. He's the worst kind of person, to be honest with you. He's a Phillies fan. He's a Patriots fan.
Say less. We're
And
done. We're done here.
He's a Flyers fan. He's just awful. Just the worst person.
The wheel be spinneth. I'm not giving his flag to a Phillies fan. Out of here. No, hold on. Give us back to AK. AK gets it.
What's the other one? Bucko Mike.
Bucko Mike wins. Never mind. Here you go, AK. Get the flag back. All right, Bucko Mike. Well, I guess you won the flag. So, congratulations. You can thank Jim and his crusty beard that you just got this flag.
You know what? To wrap up the show, let me read Bucko Mike's DM to me. I didn't get a chance to read it yet. Only thing Jim can do is video camera folks from a distance unless he... Never mind.
That sounds
Never mind,
right.
Bucko Mike. Can't say that.
That's about right. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. We thank all of you for celebrating Festivus with us, listening to us grieve and bitch and moan, along with you all bitching and moaning as well. And so, as we mentioned, we got one more show before the end of the year, which is going to be next week, right before New Year's Eve, which I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we'll do something. But yeah, that'll be the last show that we stream on Twitter and such. We'll be back just exclusively on YouTube. So if you want to continue watching us on Thursdays, Tuesday mornings, Sundays, whatever nights and days, mornings we do it on going forward, make sure you do so on YouTube. Go ahead and follow us, subscribe, hit us up there. And we'll definitely have some more giveaways, though, in the future, of course. But with that said, we're out. Congrats, everyone. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. We'll see you next week.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. See you guys.